shortest freaking stream of all time. Lord.
Brand new Prada getter. I can't fuck with shorty unless I can make $1 with her. All my bitches are like tools, but they sisters. Shitting on them, I'm like cool, they just kitty litter. Yo, hasta la vista. I'm tryna put something in your egg like it's Easter. Yo, she need a father figure. I need a shot of liquor. So come here, baby, arch your back, cause I'm a posture fixer. Pass my compass in elixir, Harry Potter wizard. Touching money, different colors like I'm playing Twister. Brand new Prada getter. I can't fuck with shorty unless I can make $1 with her. All my bitches are like tools, but they sisters. Shitting on them, I'm like cool, they just kitty litter. Yo, hasta la vista. I'm tryna put something in your egg like it's Easter. Break a band, when I wear my wrist, I break a beaker. In my head, just trying to control me like a dealer. On the hunt for a hunt like a tiller. Keep a shell on me like an armadillo. What's that smell on me? That Chanel on me. I'm a fire-breathing dragon like a spell on me. Yo, there's that hold your breath, cardiac arrest. They say that my music sound like Alien 6. Alien 6, I am not impressed. Well, if you must confess, better say it with your chest. There's that hold your breath, cardiac arrest. They say that my music sound like Alien 6. Alien 6, I am not impressed. Well, if you must confess, better say it with your chest. I say the lottery, cause nobody bother me. I am a philosopher, something like Socrates. And when I shoot the pistol, I'm making with the knees. They number 2 like pencil, couldn't really fuck around with me. I'm something like your dental, cause my wisdom not the teeth, bitch. Okay, so you getting chips, baby, free delay. Been getting bread, sit back for the back page. Been getting bread like a jar of mayonnaise. Okay, you got bad energy, I might burn some sage. The human centipede shitting on them all day. Sneaking and geeking, I tweak out Nick Cage. Fish fillet, caviar, duck confit. Don't be alarmed, this is a regular Monday. No candy bar, yes, I'm thinking about a payday. You are my food, look at my plate, I'm about to say grace. This that make your stank face like the Mace May. This my flow, I hit it first like I'm Ray J. Jump Mayday, jump Mayday. Like it's Friday and I'm dead on a vacay. This that hold your breath, cardiac arrest. They say that my music sound like Alien 6. Alien 6, I am not impressed. Well, if you must confess, better say it with your chest. This that hold your breath, cardiac arrest. They say that my music sound like Alien 6. Alien 6, I am not impressed. Well, if you must confess, better say it with your chest, bitch.
Yo, I don't know, man. Ski Mask came out with this new album called The Lost Files. Bro, there's so much bangers in here. I thought Ski Mask was finally dead, and this motherfucker revived from the dead and just dropped a bunch of bangers.
Shape shift what you do you. Turn to a hoe, no voodoo. Pull up on her, give her my pee like I'm Diddy. I'm putting the legs up like a Willie. No couple niggas that done fell off. Might go on Facebook and give your mama poke. Like the ozone layer, you don't want smoke. Like I'm Gary, that's on your bitch, I so scope. I'm on your bitch side like nationwide on me. It's a weed and it's loud on me. Your bitch to the side, I'm tricking, she fries on me. It's a weed and it's loud on me. I'm on your bitch side like nationwide on me. It's a weed.
Bro, when's the Battlefield beta?
Your bitch to the side, I'm tricking, she fries on me. It's a weed and it's loud on me. Like poison ivy, nobody is fucking with me. My flow and float like butterfly, sting like bees.
Sting like bees.
Got no pressure, can I proceed? Yes, indeed.
Yes. Chat. When does the Battlefield beta? 4 a.m. EST? No, but it's 9. Okay, I thought it was August 6th. It's August 9th and 10th. And then August 14th to 17th. Ah. I thought it was today. I was like, wait, is the beta today? It's not. It's the 9th and the 10th. Bro, I'm praying this Battlefield game is good, bro. They gotta get it right this time. It is today? Or is it today for the people who pre-ordered? Maybe that's what it is. For early access? Oh, fuck. How the hell am I going to get early access? I don't got early access. CT got the early access then. You said 4 a.m. stream? Hell no, bro. I got to go to work tomorrow. You know why I've been doing more streams lately, chat? Like lately this week, we have not been working that much at work. I mean, obviously I've been getting paid, but I've been studying a lot at work. So when I'm at work and we ain't really got shit to do, I just been studying. And then every time I study and then I go home, I exercise. And then I'm like, yo, if I got extra time, I'll just spark up a stream. Because I don't got to really, like, go too crazy. Just watch Twitch stream for 30 minutes. You'll get a code. Man. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, bro. We have not been working that much. We have not been working that much, but I've been chilling. Sans was supposed to troll speedrunners. Really?
Undertale unused content ice cream. Toby Fox explains here that originally in Undertale, whenever you see Sans in the Judgment Hall, if you were going fast enough, it plays this like 1 minute cutscene where Sans was like, oh, you got here early. I didn't even finish my ice cream. And then it plays a silly song while he like eats an ice cream for a minute straight.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, but it was cut from the game, which he says for obvious reason. It is really funny. Actually, do you guys want to watch it real quick? You got here so fast. I haven't even finished my ice cream yet. Well, you're not in a rush. You can wait a minute, right?
He should have kept that in. I'm not gonna lie. He should have kept that in.
That's it.
Hilarious.
And then he's gone.
He should have kept that in.
Ice cream. Toby Fox explains here that originally...
You know how mad speedrunners would have been? They would have been like, I'm on PB pacing. I'm on PB pacing. Hey, man, I didn't even eat my ice cream yet. I didn't even eat my ice cream yet. You said there's been an accident. Collision detected. You can still pick up your order, but contents might be damaged. Send flowers to your Dasher's hospital room. What? Hex no. The post has stolen word for word from another account to farm engagement money. Crazy. They said zero originality. He stole this shit from somebody else. Word for word, bar for bar. This is genuinely the most incredible edit I've seen in years.
If it's not fun, why bother? If it's not a battle, where's the fun? It's a test that you pass or a quest that you fail. A race against time. Fun and battle always locked together. But the game is also something else. It's a journey, a passport to new worlds.
On my business card, I am a corporate president. In my mind, I am a game developer. But in my heart, I am a gamer.
Damn. This is when Nintendo was good. I said it. I said it. I said it. Thank you, Nintendo. Notice how he only showed footage of shit before the Switch 2. There's no footage of the Switch 2 shit because it's all ass. You said, why you streaming late on a weekday? Because I got time.
61 month is crazy, not gonna lie. What's
Yo,
good, my
Electric.
fellow big booty, carbon dioxide exhaler?
Big booty. Thank you, Electric. Thank you, man. The giant enemy spider.
The giant enemy spider. The giant enemy.
What the fuck? What kind of room is this? Title theme, Mario Sunshine, an extended version. Is this some Silva Gunna bullshit? This better not be some Silva Gunna bullshit. Here we go. Yup, it's some Silva Gunna bullshit.
Super Mario Sunshine! Woohoo!
Oh my god, bro. Silva Gunner. I'm not a fan.
Imitation is the truest form of flattery, but is it still flattering when the imitation is showing everyone how lazy and uninspired your brand has become?
Ooh, he talking shit about Pokemon. Let's watch.
Why are your fans flocking to games made by teams with budgets 1/1,000,000th of your own and claiming it's an objectively better product? These games were originally made to bring people together and to inspire imaginative minds. It was something you had to hide under your bed sheets when your parents came in at night to make sure you weren't pissing about and actually went to sleep. Why do the new games look like shit when you own the biggest IP in the entire world? It's pure lazy.
I've been saying that shit for years. Multi-billion-dollar company, by the way, and they lazy. But then you see the Nintendo dick suckers on Twitter talking about, I'm here to defend my billion-dollar company. They're trying their best. But then you see Game Freak show off trailers on PlayStation with these high-res ass games. It's Pokemon Company. It's Nintendo. It's not Game Freak.
And greed. And how do you take such a cult fan base and make them your biggest haters? These are all thoughts I found myself pondering on over the past 6 years of this franchise.
Trillion-dollar company.
How can something so established in people's everyday lives since they were a mere child have such an insane decline in quality while their net worth continues to skyrocket? I mean, name a store that doesn't sell at least one item with a Pokemon on it, from cereal boxes to band-aids and even skateboard collabs.
True.
This company has found a way to generate money in essentially every lower middle class market, and honestly, it even soars beyond that, reaching a much more financially stable audience. I find it hard to get excited for their newest title, Legend ZA, when their victories have been so very few and far between. They've truly fallen from grace. This company had us in a chokehold for decades, and now they just take advantage of our nostalgia to milk us for a few extra bucks every couple of years. So to find out what's happened, we need to go back to when these games were at their peak. And I don't mean financially, because somehow Scarlet Violet and Sword Shield have some of the highest sales right behind the original games. No. When I say this, I like to look at the last universally acclaimed game, Pokemon Black and White. One of the most memorable parts of this.
Bro, and the sad part about Black and White is I was one of those people that was like, this game is ass. I ain't gonna lie. I can wholeheartedly admit that shit. When Black and White came out, I low-key fell off that game. I remember, like, I made it to, like, the first gym badge, and I was just like, I don't know what it is, but I wasn't feeling this generation. And then now looking back at it in hindsight, after I finished the Nuzlocke of this shit, even though we didn't get to complete the Nuzlocke, we got our ass beat at the Elite Four. This is one of the best games I played in terms of Pokemon in a very long time. It's crazy.
Game is the major focus on story. The franchise taking a slightly more mature approach since their audience's balls have dropped. They must have figured it's time the series did the same. The enemy team in this game isn't fucking around. They initially go from being a super PETA organization to environmental terrorists. Hell, they even abuse Pokemon within the first 20 minutes of the game. Due to the nature of Team Plasma's mission, they make Pokemon their captives in the name of freeing them, essentially being a parallel to real-life animal safety.
You're gonna neuter me, Electric? Not my balls, please.
Regulations. In terms of characters, many people can relate to N and his severe daddy issues, as he was fed all this toxic propaganda as a child, making him believe he's some sort of prophet meant to free the Pokemon, when in reality, his dad wants to make him a general in his fascist army to control the world via, you guessed it, Pokemon. But there's honestly no way this could be a parallel to any real-world issues. As a kid, N doesn't just fight you, he questions you on the moral dilemma of fighting Pokemon.
True.
I don't know, dude, I just got this game for Christmas and wanted to see monsters punch each other. Even the bits of dialogue in these games hold so much more weight and meaning. N's heart is pure and innocent, but there's nothing more beautiful and terrifying than innocence. Did 8-year-old me understand what the hell this meant? Absolutely not.
Hell no.
But as one gets older, they can acquire a new appreciation for the messages these games had all along. Being able to mature alongside a piece of media is a beautiful thing that these modern games just don't get quite right. Gen 5 matured with its audience. It wasn't just about throwing balls at monsters, it was about breaking the cycle of generational abuse, choosing your moral alignment, and telling N's cult-leading father to suck it.
And I don't care what anybody says, bro, there's just something more charming about pixels, bro. There's something more charming and more personality with the pixels compared to these ugly ass 3D models, bro. Like, I hate looking at the 3D models in these games. It's like, it's just so ugly, bland, and boring.
Now, how does the series' most current game hold up in comparison? Spoiler alert, it's not great. The enemy team in this game is Team Star, and when compared to Plasma, it's an actual fucking joke. Team Star is made up of bullied theater kids who just lacked after-school supervision.
Facts! Bully theater kids! Bully theater kids! Some shit out of Glee, bro!
Seriously, I found myself sighing every time I was forced to encounter them. Their motive is literally to stop bullying, which, sure, whatever, is a positive message, but how?
Right? Yes, their whole message is about stop bullying, but then they low-key bullying people. So it's kind of like they're going against the shit that they were even preaching.
How the hell did we devolve into such a flat and two-dimensional motive for the villains? Keep in mind, we're coming off of a plot that made you question the morality of a society where species live amongst each other cohesively and whether or not these creatures are okay with this dynamic or not, to an after-school club of losers. And holy shit, dude, 90% of this game's story is just endless dialogue to spam through. It's bad enough the Pokemon games don't have voice acting, but in this game, you're forced to read through what feels like 10 paragraphs of dialogue every 5 steps you take in-game. Whoa, that was crazy. Yeah, totally, that crab sure was big. I had scrolled through TikTok for the majority of the damn time while I mashed the skip button. One of my hottest takes is the need for voice acting in these 3D games.
Bro, I've been saying that shit forever. they could get away with no voice acting in the Pixel games, right? Because I feel like usually in Pixel games, the dialogue boxes popping up and all that type of shit. I never ever really seen like voice acting in Pixel games. Yo, what's up, Violent, aka JD? What's up, baby? How you been, bro? But now in these 3D games, and with the amount of money they have, they should have had voice acting in this bitch already. But they still don't put voice acting in it. I feel like, is it maybe because Nintendo has fear of the voice actors potentially getting into drama? Because you know how sometimes people on Twitter are, like if they announce, oh, this guy's going to voice act this character in Pokemon, then they're going to be like, oh, let me do a deep dive search and find their fucking MySpace where they potentially probably said a slur in 2008 and then try to cancel them and then make Nintendo fucking lose their minds or some shit. You said after all the Genshin shit, definitely. Maybe that's what it is, bro. You said staying busy as usual. Don't forget to drink water. Capri Sun, I'm already way ahead of you. I got my H2 Olga right here.
If you're going to have an expansive dialogue and build a more immersive world, I think it's time to ditch the voiceless style the games have had since its inception. I know a lot of people will disagree, but I feel the lack of voice acting was part of the aesthetic of the 2D games.
Yes, that's what I just said. No voice acting was part of the aesthetic of the 2D games. Now that we're in 3D, bitch, put voice acting in this shit.
Charm, but since that style's been long abandoned, I think it's time we evolve the storytelling as well. I found that if the dialogue was voiced, it would be a lot easier to follow and drag on a lot less, as watching this lifeless 3D model stare into the void for 5 minutes at a time gives me less World of Mythic monsters and more feelings.
Especially the ones where they're like the singer cutscenes. You telling me there's freaking Pokemon trainers popping up with microphones, zero voice acting, and they're like important characters, and all you see is silence and dialogue boxes with like asterisks and like effects of, come on, man. You said that's more of a thing in Japan mobile games, where Pikachu short in Japan got banned because of the female narrator before he got arrested for a drug crime. What drug crime? There was a Pikachu short in Japan that got banned because the female narrator got arrested for a drug crime. What drug did she do? It better not be marijuana, bro. It better not be some simple shit like marijuana, because then I'll go to Japan right now. I'll go to Japan right now and I free her. Play Black and White 2 for the music-related characters. I forgot, but probably is. Percocet? I don't know what Percocet is.
Vietnam flashbacks.
I heard of it,
At least
though.
give us an option to toggle it on and off. The most interesting plot point was the AI professors, but you only see them in the last 3% of the fucking game. Right when you finally feel like you're gonna get to dive into an interesting plot device, nope, game's done. Tune in for the debatably more exhausting DLC, which has essentially nothing to do with the plot of the main game. And I don't want to hear this whole, the game is made for kids argument when they've shown on multiple occasions that they can have a meaningful narrative. Just because something is made for kids doesn't mean it has to be some soulless brain-dead garbage. There's a difference between Cocomelon and Bluey. Arven's storyline with Mabosstiff felt like it had potential for an emotional payoff, but it goes absolutely nowhere. You cure him, and this asshat throws the poor dog straight into battle. Should've just took all Yeller out back at this point. Like, come on. These games have Nintendo behind them, and they can't afford to hire someone with a writing skill set above the level of a fucking middle school dropout. There's probably better shit on Wattpad. Story beats aside, there's one major difference between these two games that ever since the change was made, it has divided the entire fan base. That being the switch from a traditional 2D art style to a more modern 3D art style. In all honesty, it is night and day. The soul of these games seems to have just evaporated from every corner of these digital worlds ever since the transition. Putting the same 2D sprite alongside its 3D counterpart, you may know.
Bro, I say that shit. Look how much more expression the 2D sprite got. That 3D Charizard ugly as fuck. Look at that 2D Charizard, bro. Bro got sauce. Come on, man.
Notice how lifeless and static they've gotten. They lack expression, and in a lot of cases,
look at that Tyranitar. Look at that Tyranitar pixel art. My man got his hand out like this. Tough. Look at this ugly ass Tyranitar over here.
I like to take the saturation up in my videos, so here's what they look like now. It's literally almost gray in comparison. I don't entirely think it's the fact that these creatures are 3D now that makes the style so boring. It's a lack of effort into making each one of these creatures have their own personality and character. The worlds that should in theory be more expansive.
And before somebody be like, oh man, the 3D models, hell no. Have you ever played Pokemon Coliseum? Have you ever played Pokemon, the other 3D Pokemon games? What was the one for the Wii, chat? Those Pokemon had expression. Pokemon Stadium, each one of those Pokemon had mad fucking expression and shit. Mad different move animations, so much expression. All these new 3D Pokemon games are lazy as fuck, and all they do, yes, it was Battle Revolution. Crazy expression all those 3D models had. In these new games, they literally take the Pokemon Go models, copy and paste them bitches from Pokemon Go, and then they drag and drop that shit to the new Pokemon game folder, and then they're like, voila, here's our 3D model from Pokemon Go. We're just gonna drag and drop these files, bro.
for more adventurous traversal than ever, are just wide empty spaces that lack any life or natural charm. These same spaces make you walk for 10 minutes in between locations to fill your time, with nothing visually pleasing to even stimulate you along the way. Another issue I've had has been the dumbed down challenge. However, at this point,
So pretty sure it's the other way around? Say on God.
I get it. They want to obtain a more casual audience that doesn't feel pushed away from the franchise, but in that same process, they've made their most dedicated audience an afterthought. From XP share to infinite TMs and a much bigger...
Oh, don't even get me started with that shit. Yeah, I remember when I was bitching about that shit, but I guess, like, you know what? It's a quality of life, okay. But that whole shit where it's like you catch Pokemon, everybody gets experience. Like, motherfuckers don't remember the days where it's like, yo, you had to have your main Pokemon in the front if you wanted them to gain experience. You had to individually train each Pokemon until you got to a point where you receive EXP share. And then when you receive the EXP share, you had to give it to that one Pokemon in your party that you wanted to level up slowly but surely and shit. And then there's also other methods where you had to give them a lucky egg, put them in the start of battle. If they were too weak, let them hold the lucky egg, swap them out to another Pokemon that's stronger, just so you could get the EXP, and then the Pokemon with the lucky egg could get some extra EXP. Motherfuckers don't know about that shit. Now everybody get experience. You breathe, everybody gets experience. You take a shit in the toilet, everybody gets experience. Oh shit, everybody's freaking evolving now because you took a shit. Fuck. You said never knew what I was doing and overlevel my main Pokemon. That's another thing I don't like. Because in these new Pokemon games, you could be on Route 2 catching 10 Pidgeys and all your Pokemon is already at level 20. How the fuck? You caught 10 Pidgeys and everybody level 20 already on Route 1, Route 2? How does that make any sense? Don't get me wrong, right? I get it. It's a quality of life, but it's kind of like, damn, bro, you took the challenge out of this shit.
Hand-holding experience throughout your entire journey. Certain mechanics with quality of life changes, such as instant access to your boxes, are nice, but you can essentially play through the entire game with one over-leveled Mon and get experience for your entire team without ever using them once.
Exactly. Back in the day, we had to use those Mons. We had to literally swap them out and level them up and actually get them good. But now you could just cheese it, like he said. You could have one Pokemon at the start. It could be your starter Pokemon. Just let them mow everything down, and then everybody just gets the EXP, and then it's just like, cool.
In my day, trainers weren't such pussies. Now that we have a better idea of what's different, let's talk about what they've done to change and evolve the franchise past that initial leap to 3D. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. On a serious note, I think Legends Arceus was by far their most ambitious.
I agree. Legends of Arceus, I agree. I thought that game was fire. Them introducing all those new mechanics, then the alpha Pokemon popping up and all this type of shit, the environments. Legends of Arceus, I could give that shit the pass. They actually cooked with that game. They cooked with that shit.
Project to date, and overall, I believe it paid off.
You said I don't even beat post-game? Rios, you don't even want to see me in post-game. You just want to see me suffer. You don't care about the story. You don't care about the content. You just want to see me suffer.
Took a step backward instead of forward with its successor.
What's in the post game anyway? Giratina or some shit?
Gave the player, from sneaking up on Pokemon, dodging attacks, and actually throwing the Pokeball yourself, requiring even some level of accuracy. Pokemon could even be caught without battle. You yourself had to avoid damage, not just your Pokemon, meaning these giant legendary creatures could actually rock your shit. And to place the cherry on top, there were many methods of traversal across this pleasantly colorful world, even compared to Breath of the Wild, which I believe is an overstatement. It respected your time with much shorter dialogue, snappy UI, efficient fast.
Hell no. This game also had racism, remember? Yo, this game was crazy. They were like, look at this pussy. He fell from the sky. This guy fell from the sky. You said hot take, the challenge wasn't that you had to actually level them up. It was what you had to fight. He says, no one above age over 12 is gonna want to unintentionally fight a gym leader or boss under leveled, and grind wasn't the challenge. It was the trainers who had full kits. No, but it was also the grind though. Because it's like, if there were some gym leaders you had to fight per se, right? If you only had 2 good Pokemon that was like up to level and the rest of your party was very low, you have no variety. So it was definitely also training your Pokemon, because sometimes you needed like a full team. Like if you were going to like Gym Leader 3, and Gym Leader 3's Pokemon is like 4 of them are level 30, and you only have 2 of them, like one's level 30 as your main Pokemon and one is level 25. You need to train the rest of them or else they might get bodied. You could probably get through with like your one Pokemon, you know, but then when you get to late game, you have to have like a full stack team leveled up. You said they banned me out the village? Yup, they did. You said, oh my god, Retro, let it go. Hell no, Cypher. You came into this live stream. You saw my notification and you went in this shit. I ain't gonna let it go. I'm a hater till I die.
grappling systems, and it didn't drag you by your ear to teach you what the start button was. The story in this game actually kept me interested throughout the entire thing. A literal space god chose to tear you through time and space isekai style to save the world from an approaching threat and to establish the first ever Pokedex. The game touches on themes of fear, colonization, religion, and this world's ancient ideals of man versus Pokemon. So how come after so many steps in the right direction did the dev team decide to walk off a fucking cliff? In an interview on the creation of the Red and Green games with the creator of the Pokemon franchise, Satoshi Tajiri, he states, "We originally set out to make something like an RPG. At Game Freak, what we care about is making things that are new and interesting. So it's up to you all to decide if it should be classified as an RPG or not. As long as you think it's a new and interesting game, that will make me happy." This core philosophy in innovation and change has clearly been lost throughout the years. Though he is no longer the director for the games, he is now the executive producer at Game Freak. Did the money from pumping out these continuous projects outweigh the importance of change? There's many reports on multiple accounts that Tajiri spent countless unpaid hours to ensure the game he envisioned came to fruition. So I believe this team does care. Perhaps it's a case of an overwhelming work environment with strict due dates. We've seen so many dev teams overworked due to their publishers and investors' pressure to pump out a product by a deadline.
Like I said, it's
unfinished work
Nintendo's
and
fault.
unrealized visions. I was curious on Game Freak's work environment, so I tried to do some research. With there not being very much to find, I did find a Reddit thread discussing a Glassdoor review from a supposed ex-employee. I'm not sure on the validity of said post, since after looking into it, anyone can upload a post to Glassdoor. So I tried looking for more reviews, coming up on only one other. So I wondered, why isn't there very much on the internet regarding Game Freak and their work environment? As it turns out, Game Freak has a shockingly small dev team consisting of only 207 people as of last year.
That's
For reference,
crazy.
Supercell, yes, the people that make Clash of Clans,
Clash of Clans, bro. How much Clash of Clans got in their team?
consists of 400
What? You telling me the mobile game Clash of Clans got more people working on that shit? Game Freak only got 202 motherfuckers in there? Come on, bro. Clash of Clans goated.
80, a mobile game developer having more than double the development team of one of the biggest franchises in the entire world. That is ridiculous. Scarlet and Violet mechanically had a satisfying gameplay loop, but everything that surrounds it keeps it from being an enjoyable experience all the way through. This game ended up just being an efficient, shiny farm. While Game Freak made this wonderfully optimized game, another company was brewing up something that Pokemon fans had been wanting forever. Pocket Pair, a Japanese dev team consisting of only 55 people, set out to make a game that they had been wanting and knew this neglected fan base craved as well. This game, as most of you know, later became Palworld, a Pocket Monster game with some more violent undertones, but seemed to have leaned into everything that made the old games and even new ones like Legends Arceus so good, encouraging exploration, having you strategize what creatures you needed to catch and for what purpose, whether for combat or assigned tasks. It made you feel like every creature that you caught truly became part of your team. Sure, this game ripped a lot from what Game Freak had built, but they improved upon it in every single way. Pocket Pair packed more innovation into their game with a fraction of the funding than Nintendo and Game Freak have in an entire decade. You aren't dragged through tutorials, you command your pal and fight alongside.
Yo, and then when this game came out, you already saw the Nintendrones. They had Game Freak's dick in their mouth talking about they're copying Pokemon. How dare they? I can't believe it. My multi-billion-dollar company. Man,
in this game,
they were crying on Twitter, bro. Nintendo, get them.
Combat system than even Legends
They were
Arceus,
crying
the world
on
is full of
Twitter,
reasons to
bro.
explore. In Palworld, you scale massive cliffs, glide across forests, find rare pals in unique places, and face actual environmental danger. Meanwhile, in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you glitch through the floor, find 12 identical trees, and accidentally aggro Lechonk for the third time in a row during an FPS drop. Keep in mind, all the gameplay I'm showing you is recorded on the Nintendo Switch 2, after a performance update. This game ran like dookie on the Switch 1. After all of this, you'd think Nintendo would take notes of their success, maybe even take inspiration.
Exactly. They didn't. Instead, Nintendo got mad and said, we're gonna sue you because you're using balls in your game to capture them. We use balls. You can't use balls to capture them. I'm gonna sue you.
And apply it into their own games? Yeah, right. Nintendo shoved so many lawsuits up their ass, it's insane. They've had to change their PAL spheres as catching monsters and balls is now copyrighted apparently. Guess what else they had to change? Riding a mythical monster.
That's stupid. So you telling me any game where you're riding a beast, Nintendo could just say, hey, you're copying us. Fuck out of here, bro.
Instead of being inspired to make a better product for their fans, they throw a tantrum because a small company managed to put them to shame in their own genre. Game Freak has had to pump out a new Pokemon game every 2 to 3 years, with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet releasing the same year as
Nintendo
Legends
doing
Arceus.
anything
The problem is
possible to
development
bring
time.
Paul Word
Nintendo-
down from their deserved throne.
Man, thank you, Noah, for the 100 biddies, bro. You said Nintendo sued Monster Hunter?
to extend
Capcom
these
would be
deadlines
like,
and
hey.
allow Game Freak to invest all their assets into the projects that matter,
Hey.
instead of a new cafe remix or shitty remake that somehow manages to be worse than the original. This franchise was built on a unique idea and pioneered the Monster Pal genre. The Pokemon franchise biggest threat isn't Pal World, regardless of how many lawsuits they throw at them. In the end, it's themselves. The
Yup.
franchise has shown its potential to reach a new golden age for its video games, with more funding than ever.
Another thing, bro. Nintendo. I'm tired. No, the new Pokemon games. I'm tired of the terrestrialized sparkles. I'm tired of the fucking sparkles. I don't know what it is, bro. It's like they don't work on the environments at all. But when it comes to the Pokemon ball throwing animations and a bunch of fucking glitter and sparkles come out, I'm tired of the fucking sparkles. Fuck all those sparkles, bro. I'm tired of it. I feel like they put 90% of their budget in the sparkles when they were terrestrializing in that one game. And then the rest of the game was just ass.
Skill versus will situation, and with the assets under Nintendo's belt, it's certainly a will problem. Legends EA seems to be more of the same regurgitated content we've seen for the last 2 games, so I'm hoping with Gen 10, Nintendo finally shows the
But
world what kind of Pokemon they
competitive.
can produce.
All
They
right,
can with
I guess it's
every
fun for
other
competitive.
franchise they own. I think it's time they do it with the most profitable IP in history. Maybe CPS needs to be called, as I think sometimes they need to be reminded that the Italian plumber is not their only child.
Damn. He says CPS. Good video. Good video. Mudahar got caught again. What did he do? He said, I'm an engineer. Was never an engineer. Nigel Uno. He says, a simple yes or no to prove a point. Would you watch a full Galactic Kids Next Door series? I would. No cap. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I remember. In the shit, they had to dig up their nose and put the booger in the shit.
Oh! My family is there! Your family! Our friends! It's ruled by adults. Infested. Too far gone. What about Sector V? Hoagie, Cookie, Wallaby, and Abigail! Abby would never let you do this.
I swear, didn't we watch this? Isn't this like a concept of like what they were planning?
Do we need more proof of where this one's allegiance lies?
Species indicative. Bah, this human North, a galactic level operative North.
Official Scrap content?
There are no human galactic level operatives.
Actually, that's not true. There was the famous, wait, oh, for the love of... I can never figure out the privacy features on these interplanetary conference calls. God! And now my human disguise is acting up. Who was running your tech department while I was on Earth? I'm a moron!
Who are you calling moron? You've been on Earth so long, you reek of a doubt.
Damn.
Just like that one.
The decision does not come lightly. The decision is...
Don't do it, Nigel! This isn't what the Kids Next Door is about!
suppressed. The decision is Nigel Uno's.
He gonna blow up Earth? My man saluted with a tear.
Galactic Kids Next Door rules!
I ain't gonna lie, this plot line is so dark. I can imagine like seeing this shit as a kid and being like, they blew up the Earth!
Nigel Uno, what have you done?
This would have been fire. But then wait a minute. So you telling me it would have just been Nigel Uno? He would have ended up killing off the rest of the other Kids Next Door members 2 through 5? Yo, that would have been crazy storyline. I would have been like, what about the Rainbow Monkeys? Genshin Impact will discontinue support and update on PS4 due to limitations. Bro, the fact that people were even still playing this game on the PS4 knowing that it ran like shit. I mean, maybe on the PS4 Pro it ran a bit better. But I remember on base PS4, this game ran like donkey dick. You said EOS? Oh, it's delisting on the PS4 as well? JJ's. JJ's, if only we had that same treatment in the West. What are you talking about? What treatment? Randomly walked into a Beyblade tournament happening in the mall. That's crazy. That's crazy. That looks very interesting. This is the most Spider-Man anyone has ever looked. Is this in Manhattan? Bro. They were, you said, why wasn't I there? I'm at work! I'm at work! I'm not unemployed! Halo skin is free if you reach tier 100? Damn, bro, they got a cool Halo skin too. Big Bird announced that he has officially left FaZe Clan. Fuck that. FaZe Clan, I'm out. Yo, everybody's upset because Plaqueboy Max left FaZe, and I feel like that's one of the best decisions he made. Because one, FaZe Banks, he's already under a bunch of controversy, and he's the face of FaZe. After all that cryptocurrency shit, him leaving was a W decision. Two, he's bigger than FaZe at this point, and he has his own 5-star label that's already blown up. Three, FaZe Clan is supposed to be a clan of people gaming. None of the motherfuckers that's in FaZe Clan right now even game. Lacey doesn't game. Jason the Ween doesn't game. Silky doesn't game. Plaqueboy doesn't game. None of them gamed. You said in before him leaving is a script? If it's a script, it's a really good script. But I'm not gonna lie. The whole point of FaZe Clan was to be a clan that gamed Call of Duty. I think the only one that still gamed was, I think, Adapt. Other than that, everybody else didn't game. All they did was IRL content. And try to freaking bag like OnlyFans shorties. They goon instead of game. That's all they did. And Plaqueboy Max, in my honest opinion, was the one where I was like, yo, I saw his potential in terms of, like, he tried to get into music, do his own record label, all types of shit. Like, I was like, oh, him leaving was a W decision. Curve. Let me see. A terrifying short film. 10 minutes, bro. You're sending me a 10-minute spooky film? Does this look like October? Bro, we got a limited amount of time. You said all Power Ranger skins revealed. They got all of them? You know I'm gonna have to buy the bundle, right? How much is this bundle gonna cost, chat? Like $30, right? Surely? What colors y'all getting? I'm getting them all. I'm getting them all, and then I'm logging off from Fortnite and never playing it again. I can see it now. Bitch, I'm on my pill. That ain't my baby. What? Scientists have created the first male birth control pill that's reversible and has no side effects.
Listen up, guys. Scientists have created the first male birth control pill without side effects, and it's reversible. YCT529 just cleared its first human safety test, and unlike traditional birth control pills that disrupt hormones, this experimental pill from Your Choice Therapeutics temporarily...
Hell no, I wouldn't even try that. That shit sounds risky as fuck. Like they say that now. Oh, there's no side effects and shit. And then like 10 years from now, you're gonna get that one commercial. Did you take those non-side effect male birth control pills? You might be eligible for financial compensation because now you have dick cancer. I'm good off that, bro. I'm good off that, bro. I'm not gonna take my chances.
halts sperm production without affecting testosterone levels or sex.
Cap! You telling me it will not affect testosterone levels? Hell no, bro. I'm gonna end up looking like Lanky Kong. I'm gonna be like, The experimental pill?
sex drive. And trials showed it to be completely reversible within 6 weeks of stopping the pill. Experts hope it'll be ready to hit shelves by the end of the decade. Be sure to download Fox Local for live streaming, news, and more. Listen up, guys.
And then the caption says, I can see it now. Bitch, I'm on the... Yo, that's insane. You raw dogging mad shorties. You straight raw dogging. Yo, and then a shorty hits you with the, yo, I missed my period. And then you be like, what do you mean you miss your period? Because I'm on the pill. I'm on the pill, baby girl. I'm on the pill, so that means that you been cheating. What you talk about? I'm shooting blanks. You said I hate the news and retro in science, man. All right, Tainted, do research on it and then update me on it, cause I know Tainted he really be on that shit. You said my boy Aura farms every chance he gets. He gots to. Damn, that's a tough ass shot. Franklin Street. Damn, look at all those people. I wish I was low key there now. Damn. Looking cool as hell. Oh, are these like new Nikes? This is spoilers, huh? This is spoilers to the new chapters. He definitely lost the match. God damn.
He's on Apple with the glasses, bro. Say cause he a savage.
Spider-Man!
Yeah, I'm so many ashes.
Spider-Man, what are you doing? Help us!
Spider-Man!
Spider-Man, she's right me the whole team! Spider-Man, fight Batman! Is that Web? Spider-Man! Spider-Man!
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Top 5 duos. I think I've seen this clip. Every upcoming Spider-Man project, we Spidey fans keep winning. Spider-Man A Brand New Day, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, Spider-Noir, Venom, Your Friendly Neighborhood, Spider-Man Season 2, Spidey Amazing Friends. My God, they're milking Spider-Man. Spider-Punk, Spider-Woman, Spider-Man 3, the video game. Say on God. What's this? New main chapters 39 and 40 update preview.
Nayuta has summoned us. If that slowpoke is calling for us, she must have found something big.
Who are you? Are you Uncle's friends?
Uncle?
Well now, never did I dream I would encounter a noble hero in so remote a place.
Ooh, who this?
This humble one is called Nayuta. A special gene doth course through thy body. 'Tis not ever active, but awakens only upon certain conditions. So it is. There exists a thing called the Queen Gene.
Queen Gene?
Commander, tracking the 4 beasts is our top priority right now.
Yo, that ditzy girl got some bazookas. She got some cannons.
What an interesting story about the Queen.
Who the hell was that? Was that the little girl in the water, Leviathan or some shit, whatever the fuck her name is? That's the one with the big ass forehead. Levy. That's Liberalio. Oh. Liberalio. Watch Nep Nep come from the ether randomly and say the same shit he always says. From chapter 20. Man. That looks very interesting. I ain't gonna lie. You said one last donation before bed.
I'll be back. I'll let you guys know. We'll stream tomorrow night too. Anyway, have a good one, dudes. Peace. What the fuck is that? What? $110 donation?
That's some shit Tainted would do. It's always when I'm about to end stream, he just be like, boom. 110.
What
God
did Ken
damn.
say to Ryu? I'm joking. Haha, get it. Thank you for the $110 donation, Tom. Thank
Ha
you.
ha 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 ha.
That joke is rich.
I'm not gonna lie though, those new swimsuit skins, bro, people online are super gooning, and I can't even blame them. Like, every attack animation that has to do with, like, you know, you hit them and then like the screen stops, all you see is some jiggle. You see some ass bounce, you see some thigh bounce. I can't even blame them. I feel like if I was really into Street Fighter, I will most certainly buy that Chun-Li swimsuit skin. I don't care. Let me see. What did I just watch? He trolling on a level I've yet to see. Oh, dude, he got a Minecraft lunchbox. Yeah. He too brolic. Prom, yes or no? Damn. Shooting your shot? Damn.
They used to laugh at me. Now they look up to me.
Every time he runs, it's like he throwing a bunch of punches. Yo, he got pelted by eggs. Damn, luxury life. Damn, Ashton Hall. So that's why he lost the speed, because he's going One playthrough. You said trophy hunters can relate. First playthrough, Does the difficulty affect trophies? No. Yes. Missable trophies? Yes. Online trophies? None. Hell yeah, bro. When you're a trophy hunter and you see you gotta do 2 to 3 fucking story playthroughs, you're just like, I'm good off that, bro. I am not trying to replay through the story 2-3 fucking times just to get a goddamn plat. Hell no. Free PlayStation anniversary, PSN. Oh. I mean, I guess I could try to redeem them. As someone who worked in IT, I want to make this very clear, and it helps a lot of problems. When you are done with your computer, turn it off. Do not leave it on for 5+ days. Yo, my dad does that. I remember one day I went to my pop's house a couple weeks ago. He's like, why the computer so slow? I was like, Dad, when was the last time you turned on the computer? Bro wanna tell me, I don't remember. He wanna tell me, I don't remember the last time I turned off the computer. He had that shit in perma sleep mode. That shit's been on for like weeks, months. I'm like, Dad, you're supposed to turn it off. Me, every day I turn my shit off. When I'm done with it, I turn it off. I don't know, like, oh man. If my refrigerator can run indefinitely for 20 years, so can my PC. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. I want a girlfriend. Doesn't go outside, is scared to talk to women, avoids everyone. I ain't gonna lie, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. It's like me, I want a girlfriend too, but I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of like I enjoy my freedom and my solitude and not having to worry about dealing with other people. But I do want that companionship, if that makes any sense. But it's like once you get into a relationship, you're like, fuck, all the free time that I have for myself, I have to start allocating it differently. You said my mom will fight to keep the home PC on and then wonder for years why it moves so slow. Yeah. It'd be like that. These are the worst rap songs of all time. Tom McDonald. Peanuts to elephants. Folding clothes. Stepdad. Get a rent a girlfriend. She like my kick game. Do they have rent a girlfriends in New York? I feel like I can't even do that rent a girlfriend shit either because I might fall in love. I don't want to end up like the protagonist of that freaking show. I don't want to rent a girlfriend and end up falling in love with Shawty, because then that shit's gonna suck. You said, oh god, peanuts to elephants. Why he looking so look at his fucking hairline. He looking crazy. This was gonna be bro's final video. Oh hell no. Oh nah, he lucky. He lucky he brought him food. Dude was waiting outside in a hoodie. He was probably waiting for bro to leave and he was gonna go clock his shit type shit. Why is the volume so low?
Hey, not gonna lie, bro. You buying him that food might have just saved your fucking life.
True.
Because this very well could have been your last meal. Did you see the way he stared into your soul?
True.
Then when it goes sit down, bro, he was plotting on.
Yeah. He really was. He went outside, put the hoodie on, and said, yo, I'm gonna wait for bro to leave. And it's nighttime. When he least expected, I'm just gonna put the hoodie on and just follow bro outside. Have a little deuce on him. My man probably had a freaking, he had a Sharpie highlighter in his pocket. He's like, let me go follow bro into a dark alley. Oh man.
Bro, he already had his hoodie halfway up.
Yes.
He was already having such a bad day. Like, just imagine he had like some sort of anxiety that didn't let him leave the house for years. And the day he works up the courage to go outside, this shit happens. Man is such
Yo, somebody hits you with a look at your shirt. Yoop, up your nose. I'd be like, ah.
His face. This could have very easily been his last straw. Like, I'm not even
his
sure.
13th reason why.
A church, a school. Shit, it looked like once he realized you guys were recording, he chilled out. Cause like that would have been too much evidence, bro. Who knows? All I'm saying is y'all better be careful with these pranks, cause you don't know what people are going through out here, bro.
His 13th reason why. No. Hold up, man. I freaking dropped my water. I didn't drop my water. I accidentally dropped the fucking shit in something. Hold up. This shit gotta be dry. This shit better not blow up my phone if I try to connect it. She like my kick game. Where's my phone? Let me charge that bitch. Ooh. Pinocchio? These are the new Pilgrims? Yo, son, Nikke doing... Yo, Nikke, y'all playing too much with these under tits, bro. Bro, it's like they know how to tickle my fancy. Otra vez con el underboob, bro. Like, what's going on with y'all, bro? What's going on with the underboob? That shit is a neuron activator for me. Yo, who this? We don't know who she is. So we got two Pilgrims. Nayuta. Oh my gosh, she got the white eyelashes looking like Gojo. Pinocchio's a pioneer. Pinocchio looks super cute. I don't know why Pinocchio. It's something about the gloves and the clothes that she got on. It kind of reminds me of that one girl. That was in like the... What's her name, bro? You know who I'm talking about. They kind of look like femboys. Yo, if that's a dude, on my soul, I'm gonna yell. Vesti. You say I want her no matter what? On my dude. On my soul, I'm gonna yell. You said first images from Monster Hunter Stories 3 coming in 2026 from Capcom. They brought this motherfucker from Rise? No way.
Why did that little boy with the green robe come across my feed again today? Only this time, he was with his adult cousins. The fact that those women are condoning his behavior, they're telling him how famous he is for his actions the other day in Walgreens. Instead of addressing what he did or correcting it, they're basically cheering him for being famous. This is embarrassing.
What?
The fact that y'all are creating a menace to society, the fact that you are allowing him to disrespect adults in the way that he did, the fact that y'all still condoning the cursing is ridiculous. In one of the videos, you could hear this little boy saying, "How do you spell cute?" You should already know how to spell these things. Instead of shoplifting from the store, you should have been at home, studying, learning how to spell.
I never even
and
seen this
count.
video.
The adults in this little boy's life have failed him, because at this point, it seems like it's too late. The people around him are already ignorant and well past the point of learning and maturing.
I didn't even see this shit.
It's embarrassing, and I feel so bad for that little...
What's she talking about? This?
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this door. 10. Open this fucking door. I'll call my mom. Call my mom. Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Choke 4 out of there. Dad do that.
What, they trying to rob? They trying to rob from the store? Oh, nah, bro. They conditioned them like that, bro. Where are their parents?
Open up this door before we break this bitch. I'm gonna break some up in this bitch. On God, I'm gonna. You guys must be dumb. I would like that.
Damn, bro. Imagine me working in like a Walgreens and the kids say I'm about to start breaking shit. I'd be like, hey, bro, I'm gonna keep the door locked and I'm gonna make sure I call police. But if y'all approach me and y'all try to hit me, I'm a spine buster some of y'all motherfuckers. I don't care how small y'all are. I'ma flip y'all like Batista. I'm spine bustering y'all.
I will trash this out.
That's crazy. Yeah, bro. Where are the parents? You know what it is that I hate too sometimes? Is that I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if the parents probably told them like, yo, you could commit crimes and nothing's gonna happen to you because you're gonna be considered as like, you know, like a minor. And usually kids, if they commit a crime, they just kind of slap them on the wrist. They don't really necessarily like fuck up their record and stuff. But damn, bro. Bring back Beyond Scared Straight. Yeah, they gotta start doing shit like that, bro. Goomba versus Koopa. Hell no, I'm not watching that. What? Goomba versus Koopa. You said I'm happy this place is doing well. Literally none of that is Japanese food. What? Stick Talk. Bro, this is old. Oh, wait. Is there like an update to it? I remember I seen this clip like a long time ago.
Houston, welcome to Stick Talk's first brick and mortar location.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit look like it's bussin'. Look at that shrimp. Look at the veggies. Look at the chicken breast on top.
Which is located in Midtown.
Ooh.
Stick Talk is a black-owned concept that fuses the flavors of Japanese hibachi with the bold flavors of the Cajun style.
I would try that.
They have hearty entrees that you can top with one of their homemade sauces. And their menu is equipped with handcrafted cocktails.
Oh, that looks nice.
So check out Stick Talk Hibachi.
Yeah. They got Stick Talk Hibachi. That looks delicious. Don't show me that shit, bro. Now y'all made me hungry. Y'all made me hungry. Elgato's releasing a full Hatsune Miku streaming gear collab with microphone. Oh, this is for the Hatsune Miku fans, for real, for real. Yo, I love you, Tokyo BTS. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Oh shit. Here we go again. Now we got a dime, bitch. Just want to be my friend. A fan crashed out as people were singing Seth Rollins' theme song after he crashed in on CM Punk tonight. Wait, he crashed out? Fans are passionate. No way. Now he passionate. Nah, it's never that serious. I'm not gonna lie. Like me, even though I know like there are some things that happens in wrestling that are like scripted per se, it's like I know CM Punk, a lot of people are like, damn, bro, he deserved to have that title a little bit at least, right? Before he got the Money in the Bank shit. But nah, he has to be like tipsy or drunk. Ain't no way. He said, shut up. Spanish, communicate with her. Yeah. When the Latina's so bad, it makes you learn Spanish to communicate with her.
My granny called, she said, Travis, you work too hard. I'm worried you forget about me.
Ballin'.
I'm falling in and out of cause don't worry, I'ma get it, granny. What happened now? My daddy happy. Mama called me up, that money coming and she let me out and made it now. I done found like me now. All them days
you just gotta make eye contact with her and say, Oye, mami, ahora mismo yo te quiero partir la madre. That's all you gotta say. And she's gonna be like, what? We really went from NPC live streams to motherfuckers are farming. Piccolo! Bro got a fan, dude. You said, so YCT, aka male birth control, is still in phase 1 trial, and they reportedly no effects in hormone change, no inflammation, and no changes in sexual desire. However, huge. However, the long-term effects may ruin acid receptors, which may cause infertility. Ah, you see, that's what I'm saying. So over time, it might mess up your ability to reproduce, infertility. However, that is a speculation for now because of how new it is. It's only in phase 1. Hell no, I don't want to be one of those people trying it out, because like, what if in the future you're like, damn, bro, I want to spread my seed, and then they're like, you're cooked. Your nut no longer works. You cannot make no more little jimmies. You said freeze my nut? That video is so funny. That guy's face is just like how dare you? Ballin'. Hell no! Hell, this is creepy. Hell no! Justify crash out. When a character who has been treated like shit by another character finally snaps at them and they treat it like a bad guy for doing so. Yeah, it's true. Ryuji was like, you fucking cat. Then Morgana ran away and then got his ass kicked by Haru's soon-to-be husband. by Haru's soon-to-be husband, bro. That motherfucker kicked the shit out of Morgana. Morgana said, "Rawr!" Time to bother the Jimmies because we're about to end stream soon. Ballin'. When's the next Persona 5 playthrough? Hell no, I'm not going back to Persona 5, bro. I am not going back to Persona 5, bro. I played Persona 5 too many times. Why do I have that eye patch? Who put that eye patch on me?